welcome, and this is the Grassroots Education and Entertainment Network, your number one source of information, education, and entertainment. For honest, responsible, and dependable information, we stand supreme. To stay focused, inspired, and relaxed, choose green.
Ekabo, and welcome to the Ifagbemiro Show. And I would open with the Iba or the Oriki. Open Ifu Olorun, Oludumare, Oba Ajiki, Mojiloni, Mowongun Mary Aye, Iba Ila Orun, Iba Iwo Orun, Iba Ariwa, Iba Gusu, Iba Oba Egbalie, Iba Orun Oke, Iba Baba, Iba Yeye, Iba Atiwo Orun, Ibashe Igungun Kiki Igungun, Ibashe Ori, Ori Inu, Ipori Atiwo Orun. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Now, last week, we had a lesson on the title Babalao, the Father of Secrets, where we learned that there are many types of traditional health practitioners who are fathers of secret. Hence, the title Babalao covers a wide range of individuals, most of whom practice divination in some form or another. All right. Now, this week's lesson, what we will do is we will examine the hierarchical structure of a particular group of people from a lineage of Odi Remo. Now, before I go into the authority in this particular Egbe, I want to be very clear, because a lot of time there seem to be a lot of misunderstandings. There are many different lineages that could be found in different parts of Nigeria, Brazil, and various parts of the diaspora. As a result of which, the teachings vary, the titles vary, and in some cases, the structure of authority also vary. All right? Titles, such as we're going to read shortly in today's lesson, are not the same. The structure is not the same, and the titles does not always apply to the same group of functions in different parts of Nigeria and in different lineages. All right? The particular group that I'm going to read from, let me tell you what's the name of the document firstly. The name of the document is the Ifa History According to the Elders of Odi Remo. All right, and I'm going to read one section from that document. And that section of the document is entitled Olowo, Ifa, positions of authority within Egbe Ifa. All right? And it reads, the senior Babalawo in an Ifa family is called Oluwo. The assistant to the Oluwo is called Aro. And the assistant to the Aro is called Araba. The Araba may head a smaller family within the larger family. And the assistant to the Araba is called the Ajugbona. The female positions within an Ifa family are called Asaripawo, Asawo, Aworo, and Apetebi, or Apetebi, some people say. The male Babalawo, who are members of the Ifa family who do not hold a senior position, are considered to be assistants to the Ojugbona. Any person who teaches Ifa to a student is the Olowo of that student. All right? This is a very basic structure. All right? And they explained most practically all of the titles that can be found in Egbe Ifa. All right? Now, let's talk a little bit, or let me share a little bit about the families and compounds and things of that nature. All right. Normally on the compound, they have a 3-layer structure where you would have the Babalawo, who's going to be the main person, the person who's in charge of everything. Then you are going to have his sons, and then you are going to have the daughter-in-laws. And then there is a last layer that would be non-blood related, also on the compound. All right. So basically, the compound comprises mainly of blood related individuals in the specific order that I just listed. And on the lowest tier within that compound, there may be non-blood related persons functioning, of course, at the mercies of those in the position of authority over them. All right. So this gives some idea of how the positions of authority within the Egbe Ifa works. All right. I would go again and I would speak a little bit, I would read, and then I would speak a little bit about the individual titles. The senior Babalawo in an Ifa family is called Olowo or Oluwo. All right. Now, down to the end, they mention that any person who teaches Ifa to a student is the Olowo of that student. So the senior Babalawo who has the title of Olowo would obviously be the one who is responsible for teaching the individuals on that particular compound or family compound or the Egbe Ifa. All right. The assistant to the Olowo is called the Aero. All right. And the assistant to the Aero is called the Araba. The Araba may head a smaller family within the larger family. And the assistant to the Araba is called the Ajugbona. All right. The So basically, in a nutshell, that is the lesson. All right. Now, different people from different lineages may have most of these titles, but the functions of the individuals may be different, and based on the function, the hierarchical order might be different. All right, just as last week we looked at the term Babalao, father of secrets, and the conclusion we came to, based on the information provided, is that there are different types of Babalaos. All right. Another thing also that is notable in the Isheshe is in Nigeria, you have a lot of families that specialize in particular arts and particular crafts. All right. So the father or the senior Babalao, let me put it that way, may have a specialization in one of the fields, for example, of traditional medicine. All right. The example I like to use is the person might be involved in herbal healing. All right. So, what is going to happen is that person is going to be the one responsible for teaching all the members of his family that craft, that trade, and that art. All right. So, even though he is Babalao, he may not be exclusively a diviner. In the example I gave, the person may be a herbalist. All right. And last week I mentioned that even the herbalists need to be able to divine so that when the clients come in, they know what is the nature of the problem, whether it's hidden or clearly seen through symptoms. And they would also learn whether or not they are allowed to treat that person. And they are also able to determine through divination what is the modality necessary to treat the person. All right? Whether it's going to be baths, internal medicine, or ebo. All right? And with that, I would like to close today's lesson. All right? And as usual, what I do is I give the viewers of the stream an opportunity to learn or to know of the educational opportunities that are available to persons who wants to learn more about Ifa. All right. We have several social media platforms where these streams, these video streams, as well as others, can be viewed. All right. The main platform from which all of these streams are shared is the Grassroots Education and Entertainment Network. So, for persons interested in viewing these streams as well as other streams or other programs we have, may become a member of the Grassroots Education and Entertainment Network. All right, as well as you could also join some of the other learning forums. All right, beside the Grassroots Education and Entertainment Network, We have the Ifa Orisha Tradition Discussion Group of TNT. We have the Ifagbemiro Home of Ifa Orisha Tradition. We have the Ifa Orisha Community Congress. We have the Ifa Orisha Tradition Teaching Group of TNT. We have the Ifa Orisha Institute of Sacred and Divine Sciences. We have the Traditional Herbal Health Network International. We have the Orisha Baptist Small and Medium Business Alliance. We have the African Indigenous Tradition Community. We have the Orisha Baptist Teaching Moments. We also have the Ianti Diasporic Venture. So these are all the Facebook platforms where any viewer or person interested can go and view any of the streams from our various programs. We are also on YouTube at the Ifagbemiro Home of Ifa Orisha Tradition, where you can go and view this video together with a plethora of other videos on many subjects. When you go there, of course, you could like, share, and subscribe to the page. All right. Now, the program you are looking at today is the Ifagbemiro Show, where we teach the basics of Ifa. We also have the Ifa Orisha Tradition community discussion each Friday at 6:30 p.m. We also have on a Sunday the traditional herbal health show at 5 p.m. All right. Beside these streams, we have virtual classes. On a Wednesday, we have astrology at 6:30 p.m. And on a Friday, we have etymology classes at 5 p.m. At the moment, there are no virtual classes, but as soon as we are prepared to start these classes, we would let you know. All of the virtual classes are practically free. All you have to do is you have to remit a fee to collect the textbooks so you can follow while we study. All right. Beside the virtual classes, the live streams we have for the shows for the three programs, the African Indigenous Tradition community have Ifa Orisha classes every Tuesday in person at 5 p.m. at the Barataria Community Center. All right, this is on 6th Avenue, opposite the recreation ground. So you could try to attend if you could. It is the African Indigenous Tradition Community every Tuesday at 5 p.m. at the Barataria Community Center. All right. So this concludes our show for today. We'd like to thank you for viewing, and I would like to say Odabo and